Why don't we get started? So, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are doing the daily collective read for today, Monday, January 16th, 2023. What is in store for you today? We are going to start with our 5-card spread to see how the day is going to progress. And we are starting today with justice in its reversal. So this says to me that there may be some attention that will be called out today around something in your life that you do not feel is properly balanced. And I want to bring up that if this is occurring for you today, what this is really allowing you to do is it is allowing you to have optics on it. And I want you to remember that this is a good thing, that being able to identify or recognize something in your life right now that is making you feel off balance is now going to give you the opportunity to correct that imbalance. Let's continue on what else we are seeing for today. We've got the rest of the cards popping up here. And what we're also seeing is a lot of your attention is focused though on your future plans. For many of you, you're going to be spending a good majority of this time making these plans for the future, or potentially setting up some nice events that are going to be happening either this week or this month. And there is something right now about your outlook, and I like this a lot, particularly in the cards that I'm seeing that are coming up after it, that is really moving to a place of optimism, of positivity as you go through this, even as you are feeling that in some areas in your life there is still this imbalance that needs to be addressed. Now, all of this is bringing us to this beautiful card, which is the center of our spread for today, and that is the World. This giving, even though there is this imbalance, being able to recognize it gives you the ability to affect and to change it. And this is how you're going to basically work through it today. You're going to kind of be able to rise to the challenge, as it were, to start to build into this place of greater balance and by concentrating on those areas that require balance right now in your life. What you're truly doing is you are learning the keys of mastery in order to correct them. So today is a day that you're going to be able to make a lot of movements in some areas that you may have felt have been challenging, because what we're really seeing here is you're in your manifestation mode as it relates to the center of today. Everything happening today is really going to be addressing that imbalance and trying to create that deeper sense of balance for you. Now, we do see here where some of this imbalance is coming from potentially with the card that follows that World card, and that is the Lovers in its reversal. So for many of you, this imbalance that you are experiencing right now is deeply potentially associated with some partnership that you feel is not in the place that it needs to be in. I always like to point out, when we see the Lovers in its reversal, this can speak of relationships that have an imbalance in them, relationships that are not necessarily supporting you, that are not allowing you to have the stability that you require in order to move into that more spiritualized mindset. Now, this doesn't necessarily need to be related to love, though it very often can be. This can also speak about any sort of partnerships that are currently in your life right now that are in some sort of deficit, that need that point of balance reinserted or corrected, so that you are able to kind of move in this state of grace and power. Now, the final card that we have for today for our 5-card spread, can I please get that one card? We have it here, and that is coming through with the 3 of Pentacles in its reversal. So for a lot of you, today is a day of reconstruction, of looking at something that did not have a supported basis, and understanding that the reason that these relationships may potentially not be where they need to be, or not be in a place that they're giving you the spiritual fulfillment that you would hopefully require of them, is because something from the foundation needs to be reset or readdressed, if not completely taken down, like totally. So for some of you, this may be the deciding of dismantling some of these relationships entirely to move towards either new energies that are going to create that stable environment for you, or being able to kind of start from ground one as it relates to those energies to try to reinforce the architecture, if you will, to make sure that they can allow you into this deeper spiritual connection. Now we are going to start to get some clarity to drill through these cards. Thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows. Getting clarity right now between this justice in its reversal. So this feeling of imbalance that you're looking to correct. And for many of you, using this opportunity to start to build some positive situations that are coming up in the future that are going to help reestablish this balance for you in your life. Can I please get one card to clarify? Oh, we've got two cards coming out. This is having an acknowledgement point. This is looking at some situation or scenario where you don't necessarily feel that you've been supported, or that you yourself may not have been supporting yourself either emotionally and or even physically. And being able to kind of address this internal imbalance is what is now giving you this opportunity to kind of rise from the ashes, if you will, to have this reset moment, to have some dark cycle complete around you, something that felt like it really broke you, something that you are still in recovery for, obviously, with this Ace of Cups being in its reversal. But again, being able to acknowledge it, to see it, is what is going to help you move into a state of greater balance and have this reinvigoration that is occurring around you right now. Now, getting clarity between these two beautiful cards, which is the Four of Wands. So looking forward to new opportunities, new experiences that are coming for you in the future, and building some optimism towards those future scenarios, and understanding that this is a point where you really have the power to make the changes required to allow you to move into these areas of state of higher positivity, of optimism. These are the areas that you want to move into, and this is what you have a lot of ability to move into today. Can I please get one card to clarify? Oop, we already have it right here. We have the Knight of Cups in its reversal. So this is a very interesting message, because what we're really seeing here is that for many of you, this is a moment where you're feeling that for some of you, you were waiting for someone else to kind of create these experiences for you. And you're just coming to the acknowledgement that that energy is not in a place where they can offer you those positive future scenarios that you are truly desiring. And it is this acknowledgement point of the energies in your life that are not being able to provide you the things that you need to feel supported or excited about the future and building those future events for you. This is the moment that you're really taking the power in your hands and saying, you know what? I don't need to wait for anyone else. I don't need to wait for that person to come forward to do this for me. I can do it for myself. And this is what's giving you this state of power, even in the midst of this deeper imbalance that we're now starting to get this clarification on. Continuing with our spread, getting clarity right now about taking this step, being able to move forward with your own power, with your own manifesting abilities, even in the midst of some partnerships or situations or scenarios as it relates to partnership around you that are feeling like they are in a deficit, or they are not where you want them to be, or that they have broken down completely. Can I please get one card to clarify? We see that this energy, that this activation mode is instead moving you towards an energy that is more stable, more secure. And this is going to hit a little bit differently depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that that is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Now, for many of you, what this is saying is, while there are some partnerships right now that are in their deficit, that you do not feel are building that spiritual fortification, that spiritual groundwork, if you will, that will allow you to move forward from a place of certainty and safety and solidity. This is moving you, particularly if you're in a feminine mindset, towards masculine energy that is more stable, that is more grounded, that is more secure, that is building that architecture that we see that you need in order to feel supported in this way. Now, for masculine energy, this is going to feel more like a moment that you are taking for yourself. That even in the moment where there is this partnership or situation that you feel has broken down or is fundamentally not where you would ideally want it to be, you are taking this moment to take your own power, to start to build that own sense of comfort and security and stability around yourself. Don't hate it for either energy. Now, continuing right now between this energy of the Lovers reverse, so seeing this moment of understanding that there's some relationship that needs some repair or is kind of fundamentally broken, and using this opportunity to really analyze or assess the groundwork from which point those relationships were being created so that you can build a better foundation moving forward. Can I please get one card to clarify? We're getting two cards right now. And this is going to feel like a bit of a challenge right now. I will stress this because we have two different very oppositional sensations occurring around this feeling. One of them is the Nine of Pentacles. So being able to really reinvest in your own space, in the areas of your life that make you feel comfortable and secure, and putting a lot of attention to really kind of organizing your own immediate space, your own immediate environment to build that sense of comfort and security for yourself, even in the midst of something breaking down. However, there is this sensation of an inability to move forward from something that is causing you pain or has caused you pain in the past, as is indicated by this Seven of Swords energy. This is a moment right now where you're really asking yourself whether you want to go back to some circumstance or situation. And some of you are seriously contemplating it, even though these situations and circumstances have brought you nothing but pain in the past. This is the struggling point right now that we're seeing, and I believe this really gets to the heart of the imbalance that you're experiencing, because while we see you moving towards this place of comfort and security, you are still feeling deeply called back to something that you want to readdress, that you want to go back to, but having that fear and understanding that it has been a source of pain for you in the past. Now, we are going to continue to drill down on these cards right now, getting clarity right now between this Ace of Cups in its reversal, this imbalance that you are experiencing potentially from these experiences from the past that caused you so much pain, even as you are moving to a place of deeper security. Now, one of the things, and using this moment right now to really allow yourself to have this realignment, to have this rebirth, if you will, but only by acknowledging and understanding the need to start to take better care of yourself, both emotionally and physically, as you go through this point of transformation, while simultaneously trying to deal with some circumstance or situation where you feel that someone did not come forward in the supportive fashion that you would hope that they would, or potentially waiting on some communication or apology, some empathetic emotionality from some source that was not received, that is causing some of this imbalance for you. Getting clarity right now between these 2 points is, can I please get one card? We've got 2 cards in its transverse right now, and this is that imbalance point. This is that waiting moment, because you are not necessarily sure how you feel right now. You're trying to move forward into a place of being of confidence, of being seen and recognized. But one of the issues is whatever that energy is that you are waiting on right now, you just don't see it coming forward in this way. And because this energy is not coming forward in this way, and in fact, for many of you, you're not even sure where this energy stands because there is such a block in it. This is what's causing this moment that you're having this ambivalence or this uncertainty about how you feel as you go forward from this point. It is affecting your confidence. It is affecting your outlook. It is making you feel to some degree unseen or underappreciated as you kind of deal with this one energy that is not coming forward to you in the way that you would hope. Now, getting clarity right now between this Knight of Cups in its reversal and this King of Pentacles. So moving right now, a bit of a different feeling depending on whether you align from feminine or masculine energy. For masculine, not necessarily being able to feel that this emotional support is around you right now or has not stepped forward, but allowing yourself to focus on your own stability and security even in the wake of that absence. But for feminine, this is feeling that there's some masculine energy who's potentially hasn't come forward, or some energy in general, doesn't necessarily need to be masculine, but some place that you have not been feeling the support or the emotional ballast that you need, but allowing this to let you turn your attention to the masculine energy that is been more supportive, that has been more stable. Can I please get one card to clarify? we have a moment of opening. We have a moment of release coming through, particularly around these energies. So this is, even though there are some energies right now that are not coming forward in the way that you hope. And for masculine, this is helping you get this groundwork. It's also really allowing you not to feel like you need to hold things back as much, that you're really moving towards a place of being able to kind of express yourself, express your work, be able to share your life to a certain extent in a more tangible degree, and determining the places that you want to do this. Now for masculine, this is a moment where you really might be sharing some of the work that you're doing with the world as it relates to the stability and the security that you are creating for yourself. Whereas for feminine, this is potentially leading you to start being more open, less protective around those energies right now that are masculine inclined, that are being the more stable, supportive environments. And this is what's allowing you this moment that you feel that you can finally start to open up to some degree. We are going to continue with this spread, getting clarity right now between this King of Pentacles in its upright, as well as the Nine of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So for masculine energy, this is going to be feeling like building around a heavy degree, building around your own comfort, your own security, a lot of attention to the space that you work in or live in, really focusing everything back on towards yourself, while also struggling with some situation or circumstance that you are feeling the deep desire to go back to, but that has caused you conflict or pain in the past. Whereas for feminine, this is turning your attention right now towards a stable masculine energy as you yourself start to build a more secure, stable environment around yourself, while also struggling with the imbalance of feeling some painful situation or circumstance that you are kind of feeling called back to in some way, even in the midst of this stable, supportive masculine energy being here. Can I please get one card to clarify? Ooh, hold on. We have the Four of Cups in its reversal. So for many of you today, this is going to feel like you are making a choice, that you are moving forward right now with a choice. And whatever this choice is right now, this is one that you have been feeling intuitively guided on. And you may have been resisting to a certain degree because you are so focused on the more tangible situations or circumstances that presented himself. This is the moment that you're really allowing that higher guidance to step in and show you the direction that you should be moving into. Now we are going to continue to drill down right now, getting clarity between this Knight of Swords and this Six of Wands in its transverse. So some situation or scenario that you are feeling very uncertain or ambivalent around, particularly because someone or some energy has not moved in the direction or with the action that you would hope, that there has been some blocked energy, and this is causing some imbalance for you as it relates to your own feelings of success as you go forward. But not necessarily letting this moment stop you, but instead almost letting this situation open you up, if you were, to allowing you to share more of your gifts, more of your talents, more of your experiences, more of the work that you're doing with the world at large. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have the Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So for many of you, this can feel like a very painful experience that you're going into. Things are looking positive, but there is something here that you've got a lot of focus on, attention on, something that you feel has gone fundamentally wrong or isn't going in the direction that you would hope for. However, this is a moment that you're also understanding that even that thing that did not necessarily work to the way that you inclined or desired it to work, even that was a part of the path. And you're trusting fate to a certain extent to allow yourself to kind of move through this rough patch and whatever you're experiencing that potentially is aligned to this energy that is not necessarily moving in the direction that you would hope. And you're allowing yourself to continue to push through, trusting that even this is a part of the fated plan for your overall life. Now getting clarity right now between the Four of Pentacles in its reversal. So this need to start to want to open up, this need to want to share, this need to want to show the world what you are doing, how you are doing it, bringing these things into fruition for yourself and being able to share in the process, as well as using this moment right now to really follow your intuitive guidance to make the choices that you need to go forward as you take these steps. Can I please get one card to clarify between these points? we have another card of completion coming through with the 10 of Cups. So this is really going to be a choice today where for many of you, you are moving into a place of deeper happiness. That even in this moment that you are feeling kind of this loss or this insecurity around some situation, you are allowing yourself to move into a place of optimism towards that happy outcome that you are desiring, and allowing that vision or that focal point to be the place that you move into, and allowing the cycles that you need to complete in your life to bring you those experiences and to bring you those positive future outcomes. Now, getting clarity between these 2 points right now. And I will point out, this to me is the imbalance point that we're seeing. What we're really seeing here, this is the expression of the Justice card in its reversal that we started this reading in. So in some ways, feeling like things are not going necessarily according to the plan that you had in mind, but at the same time, not letting that cloud your own vision and your own decisions as it relates to where your future is headed. Can I please get one card to clarify between these 2 points today? The final card for today's spread is, I love this. This is also an expression of that 4 of Pentacles in its reversal. We see here the 6 of Pentacles. So not allowing this moment to stop you or to block you, but instead really allowing this moment to open you up, to allow this generosity, to allow this sharing, to bring in the energy that you want by instead of letting these bad situations or scenarios close you up, but allowing yourself to manifest that World card that we saw moving in the center of the spread, and using this point to give you a deeper sense of empathy, to give you a deeper sense of understanding, and to really allow yourself the liberty and the freedom to share with the world to the degree and the capacity that you hope to. Now, getting bottom of the deck on this entire spread right now, so something to keep in mind as you go forward today, and that is, this makes a lot of sense. We have the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So this is also a deep expression of what we see that imbalance is, because there is some point of deep grief that you are still experiencing around whatever that situation or scenario is that was causing that imbalance. That there's still a lot of attention and focus that you are having to this point, particularly because you don't feel like this is over, that you feel that to some degree this ending or this critical collapse that is occurring is still occurring around you. And this is why we find you right now in this middle ground of kind of working through that collapse that you are experiencing, while also trying to push forward into that positive space that you believe that this is moving towards, and that you are allowing yourself to embody even in the middle of these tragedies that you may be feeling in other areas of your life. This is a beautiful read today, because what this really says is this is a moment that for many of you, you are finding the power and the strength to conquer yourself and your plans over some great adversity that you have experienced or are currently experiencing, not letting that slow you down, though also bearing the weight and having the deep understanding of how painful this circumstance or situation is. I don't hate it. Well, that is it for today in terms of the daily collective read. Just a reminder that if you would like to book a personal reading with me or a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. Please keep in mind when you book a private reading, it is a 2-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to pay for the reading. Please be sure to hit both those buttons. My private readings are done over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you at the conclusion of the reading. Also, if you're a subscriber to my TikTok channel, you can take 10% off any of my services when you go to pay. Just be sure to put your subscriber ID in at the point of payment. Thank you guys so much, and we will do this again tomorrow. Take care.